Okay, you guys, I do not need to be doing a intro video today. I don't. Y'all, I've got to run to Sam's. I do not look, I shouldn't even be seen out in public looking like this, especially not doing like a intro for a video. But y'all, I want to let you know, because I don't think I've got several clips. I need to let you guys know what I've been up to, right? Cover your eyeballs, okay? Please do that. But y'all, I turned 56 the other day. Sure did. Turned 56. We went to it was a casino resort in Hot Springs. It was nice. It was so nice. I'll go back there. It was fun. We didn't spend much money there, even though it's a casino, but we didn't spend very much money. It was great. It was fantastic. The room was nice. It's a horse racetrack, and so our room was like, you could see the racetrack. It was so nice, even though there's no horses there right now, but it was still nice, and I would definitely do it again, especially during race season. Okay, so that same weekend, we also went and we bought a boat trailer and went and got our ski boat. You know, we don't have the houseboat no more. It's gone. We sold that. But we did still have the ski boat down there. So, y'all, it was good. It was good on one hand. We bought the trailer, we hooked it up, we got it out of there. Getting it back home, though, was kind of a nightmare. I just want to preface these next few videos, if you guys can hang with me, because these clips might be, you know, they might not make any sense, but I just want to let you guys know. I'm going to start out with some clips from like my birthday weekend and what we kind of did trying to get that ski boat home. And it was a nightmare, but it's here. It is here. We might still have some tweaking to do to make all this work, but in the end, I think it's going to save us some money. I do. I think it's going to save us some money, and y'all know, tightwad over here, I'm all about saving money and stretching it, getting the most use out of our money. Thank goodness me and John, we're on the same mindset on the whole money situation. So we're all the time trying to look at the best value for our money, right? We have this shed out here. So anyway, y'all, this is the intro, okay? It's the intro, even though you guys know, cover your eyeballs. Don't need to be doing no intro looking like this, fixing to run to Sam's. I got some stuff to buy. I do. Stuff I need. I don't buy in bulk a lot, but sometimes you just need to, you know, get paper plates, paper products, that type of stuff. I think is worth it. Other than that, I don't know. You know, maybe some freezer stuff, yeah, it's worth it. But I don't like to maintain a whole lot of stuff. Y'all, I'm getting into a whole different conversation. Anyway, I gotta run to Sam's. Y'all enjoy the video. Love you guys. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye. Oh, this way. Huh? So, hope you guys can hear me. Got the air on full blast because it is hot. It's hot, hot. Got the cobalt loaded up. You see John back there. We spent the whole day on the lake just floating around. Found a little cove and it was nice. It was so nice. The water was like glass. I didn't film anything, but it was so nice. Not a lot of boats out. It was nice, and it was kind of bittersweet too, because this boat here, we usually keep on a lift. You know, we have a slip that we pay for, and it stays on a lift, and it's just real easy, you know, to go down and hop on your boat and jet off, you know. We bought a trailer. We didn't have a trailer for it. So we bought a trailer. We're going to take it home because we've got that shed out back that, I don't know, y'all. I think it'll hold it, but once we picked this trailer up, I was like, oh my gosh, that trailer is long. It's real long. I hope it fits. If not, we might have to keep it in the garage or something. But the plan is to keep it out there in that shed. Even though it's going to be a little bit harder, I think it's going to be a little harder hooking it up, backing it in the water, all that stuff, because I cannot maneuver this. I can't put it in the water. Yet, I still need to practice. And it's so crazy because this is our second boat, ski boat anyway. Still hadn't mastered that. Still got to do that. It is what it is. You know, the slip cost every year, you know, it's a good bit of money, good bit. And I was like, well, we can just buy a trailer, you know, for 1 year's slip fee, since we have a place to store it, and just keep it at home, and will save us money. I will probably, as long as I'm able, we'll probably always have a boat though. We need some kind of access to the water. Y'all, I'm looking at all these people walking out here. All kinds of people getting on their boats that evidently they don't have slips, so they're putting their boat in the water, you know. This is like weird to me because typically I just walk down the dock, get on my boat, let the lift down, and we're good to go. But I think financially this is a better choice for us. Where'd John go? Y'all, this is a brand new trailer, so we're figuring all this stuff out, trying to get the kinks worked out of it and get it right. So we're gonna head back home and then unload all this stuff and try to see if this boat will fit in that shed, or maybe temporarily keep it in the garage till we can figure out something. But you know, we're all the time doing something, all the time. Do y'all want to see what we've been up to this weekend? It was my birthday weekend. Went to Oaklawn, stayed there at that resort. It was so nice. Then we went to the ski boat there on the dock. Well, we bought a trailer. We didn't have a trailer before for the ski boat because we just kept it on a lift on the dock. So we bought a lift. So happy birthday to me. Got a boat trailer because we knew we had this and we knew we had a place to store it. The sad part is, you see that tower over here? That was on the top of it. It would not fit through the garage. It would not fit anywhere. We had to take that tower off, which was a job. And today we have worked, no joke, 3 hours probably, trying to get it angled. It's big.
It's a lot bigger of a boat than it looked when it was on that lift. So we worked and worked and worked until I just got so hot I was about to pass out. I had to go in. So John was on his own. This is not, just not real satisfied with this. Now back here there was shelves and he moved them. He had to cut bolts off. They were drilled into the, you can see down there, drilled into the concrete. Like they did a really good job with the shelving. Wait, got that moved. You know, I'm like, okay, I'm glad that we have a place for the boat so that we don't have to pay that $2,800 or whatever a year to store it. We have a place, but it doesn't really fit. See how long that trailer is? Goodness. Nobody?
Huh?
Nobody?
Are they in already?
I don't know.
Yeah, 45.
Attention, Texas Roadhouse! I have a very legendary cowboy in my saddle tonight. This is my new friend Noah, and he's turning 17 years old today. If I can get you to stop what you're doing, swallow what you're chewing, and give me your loudest and proudest Texas-sized yeehaw on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeehaw!
Hey you guys, what are y'all eating for dinner tonight? Did you see the community post that I posted over there on my YouTube channel, the Shine On at Home with Cindy? Anyway, I was talking about preserving potatoes, like for the freezer. I've found this fantastic way to preserve potatoes, and so I did. I put up several bags. I fried some up tonight. This was 2 bags of the diced potatoes that I froze, and y'all, they're cooking up perfect for fried potatoes. And I had a smoked sausage. There goes my Instant Pot. I had some smoked sausage that I put in here with these fried potatoes, and they are, y'all, it's just fantastic. I'm always going to do this from now on with my potatoes. To, you know, I don't want them to go bad, and a lot of times they do. They go bad on me. So I'm going to be processing all my potatoes. And, you know, I was like, well, that might not be enough, like for dinner. So, okay. Fixed a pan of cornbread. And over here, y'all probably heard this going off. This is Great Northern beans. And I doctored them up with the same smoked sausage. I even put in a can of tomatoes. I put a lot of spices in there, a bay leaf. Great Northern beans is going down with cornbread and the fried potatoes. If I had some okra or squash, y'all, and fresh tomatoes, this would just be heaven. I don't have any of that. But anyway, this is going to be good enough for us. This is the finished product. You'll have to go back. I just did a video of this meal that I cooked. I was talking about these potatoes that I processed in the last video. These were in the freezer and they fried up fantastic. Put some smoked sausage in there. And then I was like, well, that might not be enough, you know. So I cooked these Great Northern beans in the Instant Pot, and you can see there's my bay leaf right there. But they cooked up fantastic. Put that same sausage in there. It's got quite a bit of juice. I put tomatoes in there. I probably should have drained them, but I didn't. It doesn't matter because we got this here. We got the cornbread, so it'll soak up, you know, a lot of that. This is what's going down for dinner, but I know when I did that other clip, everything wasn't quite done yet. Wanted to come in with another video just showing you guys how good these beans turned out. And for me, I think cooking beans in the Instant Pot, that's the way to go. Typically, I do brown beans or pinto beans. I had this bag and I thought, well, I need to use them, you know. Had it in there. That is what I did. That's what's going down for dinner. And I might do more of these videos. You know, it's just here with me and John, it's just simple stuff. It's real simple meals. It might not be for everybody. It might be a little too simple for some families. Might not be enough, you know. But I like just keeping it simple and cheap. Y'all already know I'm a tightwad. I am. But I like home cooking type of meals, and it fills the hole, and a lot of times you have leftovers, and it's just great. It really is. I wouldn't have it any other way. I love this type of eating. So anyway, I posted earlier, what y'all eating? What y'all eating tonight? You guys, it has been several days. I was doing a video about when we brought the ski boat home and all that, so I want to revisit that. I cut that little clip off kind of quick, and again, it's been several days. Now, I'll tell you guys, it stormed here last night, this morning, like bad. And what's so weird, John mowed yesterday and everything looked fantastic. It looked so good, clean, you know, pristine looking. And then that storm came through and these woods, well, he just told me, he said, look, go ahead, Cindy, wrap your mind around the fact that we're going to have a problem with leaves. Because when that storm came through, our whole porch, backyard, everything, you couldn't see any surface. It was just leaves. And he said, it's going to be a problem. And I was like, well, there's a lot of woods back there. So, you know, I kind of expect it. Now, another thing, you know, since that storm came through this morning, y'all, every time the weather changes, I get allergy attacks. I don't know why. I don't know why this happens to me, but no joke, it does every single time. And I cannot figure, you know, it makes me, I don't want to say every time the weather changes, it makes me sick, but it kind of makes me feel like I am because it kind of jacks my allergies up. So I have been like snotting and sneezing and all this stuff all morning. But when I did get up, I cleaned the kitchen, all but a pizza pan. Y'all, I think I got a pizza pan here. I knew that, you know, my kitchen was dirty, so got that cleaned up. I want to go back out there. I didn't go out there to see what John did in that shed since we brought our ski boat home. So I'm going to go out there, kind of see where we're at on that. Y'all, that was a nightmare. I'm not kidding. And I'll explain it to you here in a minute. Y'all, look at this mess. Y'all want to see? This laundry room, I'm finding out, it's a real good catch-all. And I got bags. I need to go to Sam's. I've got bags for my vehicle, because you know how Sam's is. You don't have any bags or anything. Got everything right in my list. I got some mail for one of my kids. Anyway, let's go out there to that little shed and see where we're at. I don't even know where we're at. I don't know what John did yesterday, trying to make all that fit. Let's just go out there. But it's probably not going to look the best, but it's where we're at. You guys, let me show y'all this too. So, it's been raining. Well, it's been storming. It's been storming. But I want y'all to look at that. Not that metal piece. That metal piece in front of that fireplace was leaned up against the fence. And I thought it might have went to that fireplace, but I don't think it does. So we'll do away with that. I don't think it's needed there. But look at that mantle. Y'all, I think it's hanging on by a thread. That fireplace mantle is probably fixing to have to go away. Maybe get a new piece of rugged looking wood to go there to replace that. And y'all, look at those plants on each side. They're just dead. There's nothing else to say. They're dead, just like these ferns. They're dead too. Look at all this. It's wet and kind of yucky. It's kind of nasty. Y'all, look at all those leaves I was telling y'all about. It was, no joke, like a foot deep all the way up here yesterday. Y'all, look, the neighbor's cat. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Y'all, the neighbors have a bunch of cats over there. And they'll come out here and lay on our porches and stuff. What is this one doing? But they do come over, but they won't let us, pet them and cuddle up with them. But they do come over. And I like them. And I'm not even a cat person. I have never really been a cat person my whole life, but I enjoy seeing these cats come over to say hi. What y'all doing, Here's something else. I cut all these elephant ears off, okay? Cut them off. And that one, I am not crapping you guys. 2 days later, that elephant ear was back and grew like that big. So these elephant ears, they are hardy. They are. I'm just going to wait till fall, and I'll get those I don't know. Do you call them roots or bulbs? Maybe bulbs. I'll get those out, and I'm going to find a new place for those, and I'm going to take my cousin's advice. She had a good idea for something that might go in that little bitty square, so I think I might do that. So anyway, let's go out here past that Bigfoot and go to that shed and see what we got going on. Okay. So I know John got a couple extra tarps. Look at all these leaves, y'all. Isn't that weird? That is so weird. This is the tower that we had to take off the boat because it wouldn't fit. It would not fit. Got some random things. And these shelves were along the back side, and he had to move them to get this in, and it's pretty close to the back. Anyway, my thing is, it was so easy having this fantastic boat on a lift and in a covered boat slip. And you just drive down there, you get on your boat, you start it up and leave, But you cannot clean it. You can't really do a lot with it down there. Having it here, though, I think this is, it's going to save us a lot of money, I'll tell you that. 28, I think Y'all listen, it's fixing to rain again. I hear it. It's going to save us $2,800 a year, right? We'll have it here. We can get it cleaned. We can do maintenance on it. There's several things that we want to do. We got to get some seats recovered. We want a new stereo system put in. We can do that stuff here. The bad part is it sort of sucks big time to have to hook it up to a trailer, back it into the water. It would be not so bad if I was able to back it in, you know, but I can't do that. So it's like all on John. He's got to back it in, get out, get in the boat. I mean, I can, once he gets it aimed right and in the water, I can back it on in and I can park the trailer. But I can't back in nothing. I can't. I'm glad to have this home, even though we didn't really measure right when we didn't think this out real good in the beginning, because that tower is tall. It is tall, and we had to take that off, which was a headache, you guys. It was. And we did not account for the trailer. The boat we knew would fit in here, but you add on this big old trailer, no, it doesn't fit in here. So it's sticking out. You can see sticking out. You know, at one time we thought we would like put doors on the front of this or something. Well, now we got that sticking out. I'm not sure if we're gonna add on to it and extend it on this front end, but it had to be dug out because it kind of goes uphill a little bit there. So I don't know, you guys, I don't know. That's where we're at on this boat situation. I'm glad to have it here. I am. I'm glad to be out from underneath that, you know, at the dock and that cost. But it does, on the other hand, make it a little bit more challenging. On one hand, it does. On the other hand, you're able to have it here at your house, especially when it's starting to get, you know, cooler, like in the fall. That's when you're able to do a lot of stuff, you know, buff this stuff out, clean your boat, do all this stuff. You can't really do that when it's on a lift down there. You just can't. So we're just doing the best we can, trying to make the right choices. I mean, we had all this area and nothing to go in it. And so it just didn't make sense, you know, paying $2,800 a year to keep our boat somewhere else when we have the space, even though it's sticking out. So we're gonna have to figure that out. So anyway, that's where we're at on it, and we're getting there. We're getting there, and I like it. I like having all of our stuff here in one place. It helps with the mind, you know, not being so scattered all over the place. So anyway, we're going with it, you guys. We're just going with it. Look at this, y'all. Do y'all remember like 2 videos ago, all this that me and John, well, mostly John, that he had cleared out, and it was clean. It was so clean. Now look at it. Is that not nuts? It's just, all this was totally clear, but now it's covered in leaves. I don't know. He said that he might can get the lawnmower out here in this part that he's cleared. Look, there's a squirrel, y'all. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's a little one. He's running off. He's running off. He said he might can get the lawnmower down here and mulch up some of these leaves or blow them, you know. But I don't know. I don't know if we're going to or not, because it might be, you know, like banging your head on a wall over and over and over, and not, you know, it might be a waste. I mean, it's woods. It's woods. So anyway, if we can just keep that part kind of clear, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Y'all, it's starting to sprinkle. Starting to sprinkle. Get away from the rain. It just keeps raining. But thank you guys so much for hanging with me
through this little video, y'all, through my birthday weekend and my grandson's birthday dinner, and trying to get that boat home and doing all that stuff. Even though it's nasty, it's been raining all day. Anyway, you guys take care. Love y'all. Bye-bye.